and he worked by faith. I want you to notice this. This is very significant. He preached and he worked by faith. He didn't just believe God would send the flood. He didn't just believe it. He prepared for the flood to come. Okay, we're going to let that marinate just for a second. He did not just believe it was going to come. He prepared for it to come. We live in a day now where everybody believes in God. Everybody. If you ask anybody if Jesus is coming back, yes, he is. Everybody believes it, but nobody's willing to prepare for it. It's a difference in believing and preparing. It's a difference. I don't care who you ask right now. You can go up in a strip joint. Yeah, I believe in God. You come into some churches with some hypocrites. I believe in God. But there's no sense of preparation. Because if we believed that the Lord was coming, we would be preparing. Right now, let a siren go off and say a tornado's coming. I wouldn't be able to get out of here quick enough because y'all would be in my way. But because the Lord seems as if it's so distant and so far off, we think we have so much time to prepare it month after month. All these people saw him building the ark. They saw it with their very own eyes. In other words, they were right in front of the truth. They were right around the truth. They stood beside the truth. They walked on the truth, but they never went into the truth. You can hear the gospel preached today in any way that you want it preached. You can have it on CD, you can have it on DVD, NLT version, NIV version. You like to be real fancy, you can have it KJV, whatever way you want it, you can have it. The truth is right in front of us. And we walk around it, we walk beside it. We might touch it a little bit, but we ain't going into it. Month after month, for 120 years, they saw the ark being built, but they turned a deaf ear to it. And because of this, all this time, God kept the door open, didn't he? He kept the door open to the last possible moment, but there was a time when the door had to be shut. And I told you, it was 600 years when the ark was completed, and God invited him and his family into the ark. And when God invited him in, he couldn't come halfway in. He couldn't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out, because the Bible says the Lord shut the door. And when the Lord shut the door, he had been halfway in and halfway out, and it cut him in half. I'd rather you be hot or cold. Lukewarm, I'll spew you out of my mouth. What does that mean? The Lord does not want half of us. He don't want us part-time. He wants all of us. So when the Lord told him to come in, he couldn't say, I ain't ready yet. It's been 120 years and I still ain't ready. It's been Sunday after Sunday and I still ain't ready. When the Lord said come in, the Lord had a purpose for speaking to him at that time and at that moment, because the Lord knew judgment was going to come. I came to speak to your spirits today. When the Lord is calling you, and there's something the Lord's been calling and calling and calling and calling and calling. He's calling you for a purpose, because he knows when judgment is about to hit. And I ain't even talking about the Lord coming back in hell and fire and brimstone. I'm talking about when the Lord knows the time of our life, our lifespan. So when the Lord calls, it behooves us to answer, and to answer then. And not try to come part way, but to come all of the way. The Bible says once again that once Noah and his family entered, that the Lord shut them in. When the door is open, the door is open. But when the door is shut, the door is shut. And you will either be shut in or you will be shut out. The beautiful thing about it is this, that Noah didn't shut the door, the Lord shut the door. So for all of us in here that love to tell people they're going to hell, you ain't got a door to shut. For anybody in here that's trying to preach somebody into heaven, you ain't got a door to open. The Lord completed this. Noah did not have the responsibility to be able to say who can come in and who can't. Only God could do that. You can't qualify nobody for salvation. You can't disqualify nobody for salvation. Who are you? Who am I? The Lord shut the door. All right?